Good morning, Thomas. How are you this morning?
Jonathan, I am doing fantastic, but it's a holy shit moment. And the reason why there's 1,300 layoffs happening this week from six companies in five different states in the logistics industry, that is not a good sign. It's a very bad sign for the economy and what's coming. Your thoughts?
I saw that article and it's a very, very scary time. I'm not even sure what's going to happen soon, but I saw that the different companies that were doing the layoffs, I didn't see exactly why they said they were getting layoffs, but it had something to do with one of them. I think it was about Amazon cutting a relationship with them. And, um, but we know, across the board, businesses are struggling. There are problems across the border. They're just all over the place. So, it's a very scary time for business owners. It's a very scary time for people that haven't felt anything yet because you don't know. It may be coming to you soon.
Yes. I'm going to tell you something. I've been in business for a long time. I deal with so many different, sectors, vertical markets, et cetera. When you come to logistics with the shipping and trucking, and I have clients on the West Coast, down in the Southeast, and up in the Northeast, it's it is it is a bad, bad sign when they start doing cutbacks like this. The odd thing is, last week I was speaking to three different logistics groups, asking them how things are going. They said, listen, things are slow. We're not really moving stuff out or into the country, and it's not really traveling around. Now, the five states that are affected with these six companies are Texas. Michigan has two of those companies. You got Florida, you have Illinois, you have Georgia. You know what? These aren't, like big major cities like in New York or in Chicago or out in Los Angeles. These are people who are middle class workers, that are losing their jobs. And when you have things cutting back on logistics, that means it's going to be a huge domino effect in those towns too, where the people lost their jobs. But it's a domino effect within that region and also across the country. That's what it comes down to. Don't forget about Yellow Truck. Last year, there were almost 40,000 jobs shut down because they went out of business and filed for bankruptcy. So you got to keep that into play as well, too. People got to start really paying attention, not to mainstream media. Start reading the news, see what's going on because it's not being told to you. And like you said, businesses are struggling. You're seeing it from your end, and you deal with a lot of mid-size mom and pop, large size mom and pop businesses. And those are the ones that run this country. That's what it comes down to.
It's it's in the logistics. I mean, I was looking. There's forklift operators, there are warehouse workers, there are truck drivers, there are, it's across the board. And what do you think is going to happen next? Who do they deliver to? And then how is that going to affect them? And then outside
Exactly.
of business, think about this. Think about those people that now don't have jobs. I think they said in May they're going to start, making some major changes. So think about the summer. How are these people going to pay their bills, pay their mortgages, pay their rents? How is that going to affect the housing industry, the rental, and all, of course, everything else? But it has, like you said, a domino effect. It's not just in the business. It's personally, it's going to affect everyone's lives. It's going to hurt the region. So, uh, I mean, I one of my flooring companies, they work with some of the major flooring companies in the country and the world actually, and they say that every time they get deliveries, the trucks are empty. There's nothing on the trucks. There's not much to go. They used to
Wow.
have, LVT flooring, hardwood flooring, carpeting. The trucks used to be filled to the max. Now they're coming with 1 to 2 pallets. So
Wow.
it's a big shock. It's gonna hurt, and everyone's got to just continue to see what they can do for themselves, for their business, for their family, how to conserve, how to be very strategic with how you spend your money, how you grow your business, because it's gonna be a troubling time if you don't do that the right way.
Yeah, I mean, that's a key word we always bring up in a lot of our videos is strategic, and you're absolutely correct. People got to watch themselves not only, within their business, but also at home. You got to watch your spending. I was talking to the pool guy here in my community, and, he told me about this app that, he can find like all the coupons to the local supermarkets. What's the best deal, on if he's buying a meat or something, a chicken. And I said to him, Rich, let me ask you a question. When did you start using that app? He goes, about 18 months ago. I go, why? Because things are getting expensive. He has a family. You know what? You got to jump ahead. As the old adage goes, a dollar saved is a dollar earned. And you got to start doing that right now. You got to start nitpicking and saving your pennies, because it's going to add up. But, you're absolutely correct. Listen, you know what? We just wanted to report this news because it's really important. Look at logistics. Always see what's happening in the logistics industry. At least take a look once a week. Type into Google, logistics news, and Google it and see what comes up. Because again, this is not being reported on mainstream media, and this is a huge, huge part of the domino effect of what's about to happen. Listen, hopefully we have creative knowledge for you. Hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. You guys have a great day. Take care.
Everyone.